Hi, Pipple Systems viewers. I'm Luke Raymond from LSL Security, here to talk to you about artificial intelligence versus what we've traditionally been using in the security space. What is artificial intelligence? How is it being used today? How is it going to be used tomorrow? And who is leading the pack when it comes to real artificial intelligence deployment in the security space? Let's take a look. LSL Security, to start, is a consulting firm that I founded. I am the president of LSL Security, and one of the companies that I work with is a company called Reka AI. Reka is a company that I believe will revolutionize the security space, will change everything we do, and I'm going to talk about exactly why in a minute. But to start with, let's talk about what is real artificial intelligence. Traditionally, what we've used and called artificial intelligence has been all pixel-based or basic metadata-based searches. Now, what I mean by that is I have the ability to create a virtual line in any video and say, show me when someone crosses this line from left to right or right to left, as an example. Or I can create an intrusion box in an image and say, if anyone leaves or enters this box or any movement comes into or out of this portion of the video, let me know, create an active alarm. But if I wanted to search, for example, and say, well, let me know when the FedEx truck arrives. I don't care about any other truck, but I want to know about the FedEx truck. Traditional video can't do that. It can't recognize the difference between a FedEx truck or a Purelator truck, or someone in a green shirt versus a brown shirt, or the difference between two kids play wrestling or someone fighting. But an artificial intelligence engine can. So what is an artificial intelligence engine? Well, in the case of Reka, it's called a multimodal model. What this means is, to start with, we taught the engine language. It was fed the equivalent of over 55,000 books 3 times over, so it learned our language. It understands written script, it understands vernacular, it understands how we communicate verbally with one another. And it did so by learning all the books on the world 3 times over. After that, why do we call it a multimodal model? It's because not only did we feed it language, so it understands our language the way a human being would, but then we started feeding it images and videos, teaching it about the human world through cameras. Well, if it can use any type of camera as its eyes, just like you use your eyes to observe the world, the AI engine can observe the world through these cameras and understand it in the ways that you and I would. So now, if I'm able to use a real artificial intelligence engine and pump video through it, I can ask it any type of question. Not only can I ask it any type of question, it could create active alarms based upon literally any criteria. We haven't yet found the limitations that are going to be one day found. And what do I mean by this? Well, it's not just the ability to say, let me know when the FedEx truck arrives. But imagine a real-world scenario of an airport. For example, let's say there was a baggage left in an airport scenario. Well, there are so many bags that run through a major airport in a given week or a given day that creating a baggage left application simply doesn't work in the real world application. How most airports function is if someone like me notices that there's a bag lying there, and it's been lying there for 5, 10, 20 minutes, who knows? Well, I can go and make a complaint. If I make a complaint, now they pump into action. And they have to go and they have to research in the video, well, how long has this bag been there? In a traditional search, I can highlight the bag and say, show me when this bag had movement. And any changes of pixels around that bag, meaning anyone walking in front of it, anyone sitting down near it, that's in that little box that I've created will trigger an alarm. But that's pixel-based. That's not real analytics. It's not artificial intelligence. In an artificial intelligent world, I can ask it, who interacted with this bag and when? And it will show me. Well, all of a sudden I find out that it was only one person that interacted with it, the person who brought it there. And now I can ask, well, where did this person go? And I see that they went to the bathroom and they've been in there for 5, 10, 20 minutes, whatever the case may be, which now I know that it's potentially a false alarm. Worst case scenario, I can dispatch security to go and find out if the person's okay in the washroom or if maybe something has happened. But this changes the whole way we think of security and the whole way we think of active alarms. What about fight detection? The ability to understand the difference between wrestling and a real fight. Now you deploy that in a cityscape environment. Any camera connected to the cityscape's environment, the city's video, will now can have fight detection, where if a fight breaks out, Instead of having the crime reported after the fact and police having to do research on this, you can create an active alarm where the moment a fight breaks out, the active alarm is created, the camera recognizes that there's a fight, turns on the artificial intelligence engine that takes a look at it, takes a look at what is happening, creates an active report based upon criteria you want, and sends it to 911 in real time so that they can dispatch officers in real time to that location. The goal being active alarms to prevent crimes or to get these crimes while they're happening. This is a totally different world. Imagine a world where not just can I create a box on the side of a highway and say, this highway cam, anybody that happens to be there and anyone that stops on the side of the highway, well, create an active alarm. Now I can say to the artificial intelligence engine, if someone stops on the side of the highway, turn on, they entered the box. Now, what are they doing? Are they simply stopping there to get out and go pee? Are they stopping because they lost a tire and it hit two other cars who also are on the side of the road? Is the person not getting out of their vehicle? Maybe they're in distress and not able to? Create a quick report and actively send it to the authorities so that they can go in real time and figure out what's going on. Maybe send it to 911. 911 then takes a look at it, takes a look at the report, dispatches immediately an ambulance and a police and a fireman if they need, or not dispatch anybody. This is a real artificial intelligence environment, but it doesn't just end there. It's the ability to potentially interact with that artificial intelligence engine, ask it questions in real time, or after the fact even. So imagine a world where I've deployed a Genetec software, and it's powered in the back by an artificial intelligence engine from Reka. Well, this is something that will be available quite soon. Now I can deploy that Genetec software as an example in any application, whether it's highway control or a prison scenario or a police department, such as the Ohio Police Department, which currently has a Reka-based platform or a Reka-powered platform currently deployed. Now I can do intelligence searches. Who started this fight and when? Who was involved in it? Create a report. Oh, there's an active shooter environment. What car did that active shooter get into? Where are they now? Now it becomes a much more proactive solution, a much more applicable solution to high-end applications. And this is where I want to talk about specifically AI for the future. Right now, AI, the way that I'm speaking about it, no one's really doing this. It's revolutionary. It's changing the entire environment. One day, maybe it will be deployable for everyday scenarios, for residential, for small to medium business. Right now, it's more of a high-end application software, where in a high-end application, people want to be able to take video and ask questions about it, to create real, maybe reports based upon it. So that's from a video perspective. But because it's a multimodal platform, Reka's software can't only be used for this, for video applications and video searches. Because it's a multimodal platform, well, it speaks our language, it understands our language, it writes in our language and reads in our language, like a human being does. So imagine being able to take it and say, well, hold on, I'm a security manufacturer. I currently have tech support and customer service. Well, imagine being able to remove tech support from the hands of people that are just going to, read a script, and to say, now I'm going to put it in the hands of an artificial intelligence engine. I feed this artificial intelligence engine all the manuals that I have, all the programming manuals, the how-to manuals. I also feed it the how-to videos, how to program this contact in, how to learn it into the internet, how to connect a smart doorbell to your alarm system as an example. You learn it all, you give it all these how-to videos and all these how-to manuals, and you say, you're now going to take care of customer service and tech support. Instead of having a brand new agent, potentially in India or Mexico or wherever they are, on the phone reading a manual, the artificial intelligence engine already knows the manual, can respond much quicker, much more efficiently, and in every language you could potentially want, making your business scalable. Meaning you can do English and French and Spanish and Chinese and Italian and any language you want without having to spend the money to add more human resources, add more hardware resources, add more buildings to house these people in vast countries around the world. Now, this opens up a new potential world where the artificial intelligence engine, you can pick up a phone and speak to it, and it can tell you that it's an artificial intelligence engine, but because you're speaking to it verbally and it's responding to you verbally, it's a real-time conversation almost with a human. Now you can have the artificial intelligence engine say, I believe that I need to escalate your case to a more advanced technician, a tier 2 technician. Do you mind holding on the line a second? And it can transfer to a real human being, which opens up potentially a market for highly trained phone technicians, which can really log in and do the higher level applications, not deal with the have you rebooted your router questions. Well, that kind of thing now opens a whole new market of allowing customers to, at a very small price, create really effective and really capable customer service and tech support, while also simultaneously creating a new market, a new type of job of highly trained online tech people or on the phone tech people, where you can train them and pay them really, really high salaries and allow them to only deal with the higher level applications, not the day-to-day stuff that can be taken care of by reading a manual. So this is the power that a company like Reka and a multimodal real artificial intelligence engine can bring. And I'm actually going to show you this because so far, Reka has an engine online called the Vision Agent, which you can log into and test and play with. You can upload videos to it and ask what is happening in this and interact with the videos. You can do all of this very, very easily. You can also use the artificial intelligence engine for a chatbot as an example. And all of this is capable currently today. And I also want to show you a real-world integration. For example, because Reka doesn't sell its software, it partners with other companies which already have VMSs. Well, you can deploy it with these existing VMSs, such as soon Genetec, or in this case, Turing. Turing has a VMS that is already integrated with Reka, and I'm going to show you exactly what Turing has done, where you can have the standard VMS and record your cameras, but you can also use the artificial intelligence engine to do major searches, such as show me when the FedEx van arrived. And that's currently deployable and purchasable today. Let me show you what I mean. Upload it. Once it does this, it's going to go through the video. So we've already uploaded the video. It already understands what this video is. And it says, well, I already have this information. I don't need to watch it again. And it says at 6:20 a man is walking on a pathway lined with railings while listening to music on his headphones. He's wearing a white t-shirt, beige trousers. It understands what it's seeing. It also says he occasionally adjusts his headphones and looks to his right. Well, let's take a look at the video and see exactly what it's talking about. So when I go to the video, let's say I advance it to, where's 621? 621. Oh, 621, this is this little clip here. So what is this guy doing? This guy's doing exactly that. He's wearing beige trousers, a white t-shirt. He's walking by the side of the tracks and he's listening to some headphones. This is exactly what it is. So it intrinsically will understand video, give you a feedback of this video, and you can ask it any question you want. So by connecting this to a VMS software, it allows you to do searches, which traditionally we could not do, to create active alarms, which we otherwise never were able to do. Furthermore, because we can interact with it, we can either write down our questions, or in the speech engine, we can actually have a speech-to-speech conversation with it. Imagine doing a search and saying, well, okay, I want to do a search in an airport for a bag that's left. Now you actually ask the software verbally to do so. You highlight the bag and you say, show me when someone interacted with this bag, and you speak to it instead of typing it down. This is the kind of application that Reka can bring to the table by integrating with your existing VMSs. Because they don't have their own VMS, you use whatever you're using as a VMS already, and you put Reka as the backbone for intelligent active alarms and intelligent searches. This is the real world scenario of what Reka can do. Now I'm going to show you an example of this by going and I'm going to show you the Turing application. This is an example of the Turing VMS. Now the Turing VMS can use multiple different manufacturers' cameras. They've got an Axis test site, they've got a few different offices. The one I'm going to use right now and just show you is, here's their Chino Hills office. This is in real time, a bunch of cameras that are logged in and a bunch of NVRs in different areas showing their office. But what I wanted to show you is not that they have a VMS and they can integrate with a bunch of cameras, which they can. What's cool about this is they've now got a Guardian AI beta agent. And via this Guardian AI beta agent, I can log in and ask it a whole bunch of questions. Earlier I talked about FedEx. Well, let's say I wanted to say, show me when a FedEx truck arrived. Now I can define a single location, or I can say any of your locations, because they've got locations all over the place. Let's just take a look at this. So in real time, all this video has been fed through the AI agent. Because it's been fed through the AI agent, I can ask it a question like, show me when a FedEx truck arrives, and what happens? It shows me exactly what I asked for. Here are all the different videos of FedEx trucks arriving. Instantly pops up the video. Let's take a look at this one. Play it back. Here's a FedEx truck. Let's do, show me a pickup truck. I can do it on all cameras. I can define it on specific cameras. Here are a whole bunch of different pickup trucks. Ooh, this one's interesting. Chino Hills office. Here's a pickup truck going by. Well, I want to know more information. Has a multi-colored pickup truck come by recently? And it will answer my question. What's cool about this is that I can ask it basically any question in the world. So when I'm talking about real-world activities and real-world alarms, such as this one, here it is showing me that same pickup truck arriving at a different location. It's a multicolored pickup truck. It's a unique truck that I've never seen before. Well, I can go through multiple videos of this same truck arriving, leaving, or do whatever I want. So imagine the ability to be able to have your existing VMS platform and add a real searchable and a very specific searchable engine to it. Now, add to that active alarms. If ever this truck comes back, well, show me when this truck comes back. Or show me when a fight occurs. Create an active alarm on a fight. Create an active alarm if someone crashes the gate. Or maybe in the future, we can take it much, much further. Because it's an artificial intelligent engine, teaching it things like the interactions between a human trafficker and the traffickee. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Teaching it what a fight is and creating an active alarm on it. But it's not just the creation of these alarms and the ability to actively pursue what's going on in real time. It's completely being able to take this information and disseminate it in a good way. Imagine being able to automatically have surveillance of the highways or a prison or looking for human trafficking and create a real-time report and send that real-time report in real time to the authorities so they can act in real time. This reporting capability is something that an artificial intelligent engine can do. Because of that, I believe that Reka is the future of our security industry. Being able to integrate Reka with companies like Turing, as you saw, is something we're actively doing, and we're just expanding it more and more. The ability to use the Reka engine to improve your customer service or tech support is something we're actively doing, and we're going to be doing more and more. We advance with Reka and its capabilities. The more interactions we have, the more we're finding new ways to utilize it, new ways to improve the way we do things, whether customer service or tech support or active videos or searches through videos, and who knows what the future is going to hold. We currently don't. We haven't found the limitations of what Reka could potentially be used for. And that's what's so exciting about this. I believe that Reka really is the future, and artificial intelligence engines will change our complete market space. And it's fun to be at the forefront of it with companies like Turing. If you have any questions or want more information, Pipple Systems is a great place to come. Thank you to Pipple Systems personally for allowing me to show what Reka is currently doing and talk about what they're going to be doing in the future. Pipple Systems is a great company, promotes companies like myself, and gives us a chance to show what's coming and what's currently available in the market. So don't forget to like and subscribe. For more information, you can always reach out to your friends at Pipple Systems, or you can reach out to me directly, Luke Raymond at lraymond@lslsecurity.com. Cheers.